Now at 5, a cop under investigation accused of driving under the influence and using his pickup truck as a weapon. We have dash cam video from the victims. Plus,
I remember seeing him and thinking like, oh man, finals must be really getting it.
College student turned accused killer. See how genealogy databases helped police track down the Idaho's quadruple murder suspect. And remembering a Utah business leader killed in a plane crash. Hear from those closest to Nathan Ricks and the legacy he leaves behind.
Live from Utah's first TV station, ABC4 News celebrates 75 years.
And good evening, I'm Emily Flores. Glenn Mills has the evening off. We thank you for joining us here today. Our top story, a Salt Lake City police officer under investigation for driving while drunk and possibly high, we're told. And now we're hearing from the man who says he captured the off-duty cop assaulting him on video. Take a look at this. All right, this video allegedly from the scene in Weber County on New Year's Day. Ogden police detailed the incident, saying Officer Thomas Cagle caused a minor crash, allegedly with the man in this video, with both cars pulling off the road when an argument broke out. Witnesses telling police Cagle then got into his truck and drove into the driver of the car he rear-ended, pinning his legs.
I believe he consciously made that decision based on the vulnerability that he had identified in me.
Now, this man, who is going by the name Theodore Donnie, says his girlfriend had to drive their car forward to free him. Police say Cagle failed sobriety tests, and witnesses said they could smell alcohol on his breath. Salt Lake City police telling us Cagle is on administrative leave, and an investigation into this incident is ongoing. And now to Provo, we are learning about the pilot of the private jet that crashed into the Provo airfield yesterday. That man, Nathan Ricks, dying in the collision. Ricks was a top seller for Nu Skin and a force in Utah's business community. Today, ABC4's Kayla Baggerly speaking to family and friends of Ricks to get an overall picture of his life and broad influence he had. Kayla, what are you hearing from his loved ones tonight?
Well, Emily, today friends and family are mourning 62-year-old Nathan Ricks. They share that not only did he inspire people across the world as a business leader, but that he was a kind-hearted person and a wonderful father to his 4 daughters, and that just knowing him was an honor.
There's been a plane crash, and Nathan didn't make it.
Yesterday's crash into the Provo airfield ending Nathan Ricks' life. Today, friends and family are remembering him as a Utah entrepreneur, businessman, and public speaker, known for his leadership in Nu Skin and founding One Team Global.
He just was a mentor to a lot of people.
But more than that, he was a great friend.
Times in my life where I didn't know what was going to come, but I knew Nate had my back.
And loving father.
As far as a family man, I mean, that was the most important to him at the end of the day.
Monday around noon, the Provo Municipal Airport reported a small plane crash. His family says he was going to take his wife and friends to the Rose Bowl in his own jet, but they crashed right after takeoff. Another passenger was hospitalized. 2 others walked away with just bumps and bruises, including his wife, 56-year-old Joyce Ricks. Friends say they remember Nathan for always serving others and being the most driven individual they knew.
He's a very strong personality, but a deep love for his God and to serve people.
His family sent a statement in his honor, which reads in part, "We lost a beloved husband, father, mentor, friend, and leader. He loved Utah and was all in on making it a better place to live, work, and play for his grandkids and Utahns alike. Those who knew him say his legacy will never be forgotten."
He was just a unique human being, and I just feel grateful that I got to know him.
Family and friends share that Nathan Ricks was always there for them when he needed them, and he helped them through some really hard times. Officials with the Provo Airport say that it will remain closed until at least Thursday as this investigation continues. Reporting live from Provo, Kayla Baggerly, ABC4 News.
All right, Kayla, thank you. And new details on the death of a Park City patrolman yesterday. The 29-year-old man from Mill Creek dying in a lift accident. We're told a tree collapsed under the weight of recent heavy snow falling on the line of shortcut lift, sending the patrolman out of his chair down 25 feet into a ravine of deep snow. Well, today, Park City closing down 2 lifts in support of patrollers who are taking time off to grieve the loss of their friend and colleague. The family asking for additional time before his name is released. And much of Utah still reeling from the weekend's wicked winter storm, bringing in a different kind of snow to the state. Now, we have team coverage for you this evening of the fallout of it all. ABC4's meteorologist Nate Larson reporting in Utah County as Sundance Resort remains in a blackout. Fallen trees plunging the resort into darkness and shutting down Timpanogos Highway. But first, let's get over to Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy for the latest on conditions. Alana.
No, the snow's taken a bit of a break, but we know the impacts will continue to linger. We start with our live look in downtown Salt Lake City, where the cloud cover's out there. We have seen some snow showers throughout the day today. It's freezing in Salt Lake, so anything that melted throughout the day will ice up pretty quickly. Looking at those temperatures in Cache Valley, sitting in the 20s, freezing in Ogden at 30 degrees. Same number in Provo, 45 in St. George, and we're holding on to 32 in Salt Lake. We know we're going to dip. We've got a weak system that's clipping the southwestern corner of the state over the Four Corners area. We're starting to see the clouds break apart just a little bit, but a few lingering showers out there. We get some quiet as we roll into tonight and into tomorrow. As we look up north, not much going on, maybe just a few flurries over the high country. We do still have a winter weather advisory for the Tavaputs in the southeastern corner of the state towards Monticello. That expires in the next half hour at 6 o'clock. As we look at this heavy, wet, dense snow, it really causes avalanche danger, something we've talked about for days. We've got considerable danger in the north, but high avalanche danger in the western Uintas, the Skyline area, and over the Abajos. Moab with the considerable category. When you see that considerable, it's typically when we see most incidents occur. You have to be extremely careful. This is heavy, wet snow, and it's still causing problems. Emily, back to you.
All right, thank you, Alana. And access to one of Utah's most popular resorts has been limited today. Sundance Resort operating on a generator as electricians work in Provo Canyon to restore its power there now. That's also where we find ABC4's meteorologist Nate Larson. And Nate, what's it like there after this past storm then?
Boy, Emily, they're finally catching a bit of a break from all the snow showers, right? So now we're trying to catch up after heavy snowfall, as you mentioned, downed a lot of trees and even power lines. Rocky Mountain Power working to restore those. So Highway 92, which is just up Provo Canyon, it's actually Alpine Loop Road, has been closed intermittently as crews are working to restore power and clear out all of the debris. Sundance has been without power since Sunday morning. Take a look at this video. 52 inches of heavy, dense snow from over the weekend snapped hundreds of trees in Provo Canyon, affecting several power poles in that area. So we were up there earlier. We saw multiple line crews and tree mitigation company working hard to clear the down trees and to repair those down lines. We mentioned Highway 92 from Provo Canyon to Sundance has been intermittently closed, and it's to allow crews to clear that debris. 4 main power poles were snapped, 2 of those right by the fire station right there in Sundance, and those still needed to be replaced as of this evening.
It started snapping further down the line. It broke these 4 poles. And the reason we're taking these trees down now is to make sure we have a safe area for the crews to come in and replace what needs to be replaced.
All right, now we're out here at Provo Canyon. I know crews are still on site. The road was expected to stay closed intermittently through the nighttime, although I just got off the phone not too long ago with a spokesperson from Rocky Mountain Power, and he says the latest update that he's had from crews on site is that there still are 2 poles down the canyon that need to be reset. They're hoping to do that this evening with generator power there as well, but the lines probably won't be back up until tomorrow, so not great news for Sundance, although they'll still be under generator power as they kick off Wednesday. Live in Provo Canyon, I'm meteorologist Nate Larson, ABC News.
All right, thank you, Nate. Well, new developments this evening in the Idaho murder mystery. Indiana police confirmed the primary suspect in the slayings of 4 University of Idaho students was pulled over in 2 traffic stops. This while he was driving home to Pennsylvania from Washington with his father. Now, this was weeks before his arrest and weeks after 4 college students were still seen alive for the very last time. ABC's Raina Roy has the latest on the alleged killer's court appearance that happened today.
Quadruple murder suspect Brian Kohberger facing a judge in a Pennsylvania courtroom Tuesday. The 28-year-old criminology graduate student not opposing his extradition to Idaho, where authorities allege she stabbed 4 college students, Ethan Chapin, Zaina Kernodle, Madison Mogan, and Kaylee Gonzalez, to death in their beds.
No words can heal the pain associated with the loss of a child. Their young lives were ended far too soon.
Kohberger was arrested at his parents' Pennsylvania home last week and charged with 4 counts of murder and burglary.
Mr. Kohberger was taken into custody without incident. The scene was turned over to the FBI evidence response team for processing.
The father of victim Kaylee Gonzalez reacting to the arrest.
It felt like a cloud was lifted off of us.
Kohberger's public defender saying he maintains his innocence. Police in Moscow, Idaho say they've been monitoring Kohberger for days, with sources telling ABC News law enforcement linked him to the crime in part by running DNA from the crime scene through a public genealogy database. Investigators also processing this Hyundai Elantra, which was spotted on surveillance near the scene. Kohberger had been studying and working as a teacher's assistant at Washington State University, 15 minutes from the crime scene. Once Kohberger arrives in Idaho, the probable cause affidavit will be unsealed. That will have more information about his whereabouts the last several weeks and what exactly led police to him. Rena Roy, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Thank you, Rena. Still ahead, a historic moment playing out as the 118th Congress convenes for the first time. Why votes for House Speaker on the Hill fell short.
And temperatures dropping below freezing. Look at that cloud cover. The view from West Valley, you can't make out the Wasatch. We know heading into tomorrow, we get a brief break, but we're tracking our next storm, the impacts in Utah's most accurate forecast.